This is the GV Podcast, a variety review podcast featuring two of the three idiots giving their thoughts on cartoons and anime. This is an opinion-based podcast, and there's no way we're saying our thoughts and opinions are objective. Keep this in mind and enjoy the show. Oh boy, we're watching today. Oh, Duke, you said that we're watching today Sky High, right?
Yes, I lied.
I wonder why you lied about it.
Also, I'm so angry.
Sky High.
Yeah,
No,
yeah,
we're not.
My Hero Academia, yeah.
All right.
I'll kill him. One of these days, I'll kill him.
Hello, everybody. My name's Mayhem,
I'm Jitsu.
I'm Duke.
and today
Today we are
Today's
celebrating
Monday.
Halloween with
Oh.
a Halloween special. I've got a special anime for you, an anime movie
Ooh,
for you guys. So, let's see if you guys can guess it as I'm going.
ghost stories.
This movie is a 1988 Japanese animated cyberpunk action film
October Sky.
set in a dystopian 2019. It tells the story
Cowboy
of
Bebop.
Shotaro Kaneda, a leader of a biker gang whose childhood friend, Tetsuo Shima, acquires incredible telekinetic abilities.
Trigun.
Jujutsu Kaisen.
Dragon Ball Z. Akira.
Yeah!
Akira.
We are watching Akira.
You know the bike
Jinsu.
move?
Duke, Jinsu. Akira Toriyama made Dragon Ball.
No, he made Dragon Quest.
He made Chrono Trigger.
Yeah.
But yes, we are watching one of
Akira.
the most famous movies in the world, honestly.
If it's so famous, then why haven't I heard of it before now?
Because
Because-
you're an idiot.
Yeah.
But no, this is a movie that actually has been in the works when it comes to like live action adaptations, especially since 2017. Actually, earlier than that, because
Attack on Titan.
Warner Brothers has owned the rights to it, and since 2017, they've had who the director will be.
Yeah.
Taika Waititi.
Ooh.
He's supposed to be the director of that, and he hasn't worked on it yet because of the fact that he's been working on all the Thor movies.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, this is
Finally.
also, in general, one of the most famous movies out there for the fact that every kind of show references it all the time. Like the bike scene.
The bike scene, yeah.
This is the movie. We're finally going to get the bike scene.
I can't wait to do that with the new Pokemon game.
Don't. No, but all kinds of shows, like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Batman, all kinds of shows have referenced this show. Even Adventure Time, apparently, at one point.
And Teen Titans and
Teen Titans.
And
The Legend of
and
Korra.
and
Every
Dragon
show-
Ball Z.
I remember the two
Every
specific
show
scenes,
that
by the
has
way.
a bike in it.
Robin in Batman the Animated Series.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, it's that episode where he...
I remember seeing that and going, "That's a bike thing!"
Yeah. Well, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2003, they did that, where they had Raphael on a bike do the skid.
You know the Jordan Peele movie Nope?
Apparently they did it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they did it.
They
too.
did a reference to that?
Yeah,
Are
yeah.
you serious?
Well,
That's
the thing.
amazing.
It's not only popular, there are all kinds of like famous people out there who will tell you, I want my name on this. Like,
Ooh.
if I can find a way to get my name on this, I want to get my name on this. They love it.
Okay.
It's adored. It's honestly...
We're talking about Akira, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Akira's really good.
It was
So-
released on July 16th of 1988.
88.
Yeah, it had a budget of 700 million yen. It made a box office of $49 million. That would be
$20.
700 million yen. That would be
Two people watched the movie.
That's $7 million budget.
$7
They multiplied it by 7. But and another cool thing, as we get ready to go into it,
Yeah.
apparently they were not cheap with the way that they did the dub. They reanimated almost everything.
Oh, okay.
They reanimated all the lip movement to
Ooh.
match with the English dub.
Ooh, I like that.
That's a special thing that they did solely for the movie. Like, they went back in and changed everything. They
Okay.
made it specifically the full movement instead of just the usual anime, like,
Hello.
hello, I am this person.
I am the here and here now, man.
Well, mind you, it's lip flaps, like that usual thing anime always does. It's, like, usually, it's like 4 different kinds of lip flaps. In Akira's case, everything was synced.
Everything is synced up. That's interesting.
I do have to give you specifically a warning, Mayhem.
Uh-huh.
There is one scene where there's 1 or 2 scenes where there are animals getting hurt.
Ah!
Gore.
it's a gory movie.
Ah!
But there are 2 scenes, at least, or at most, where there is animals being hurt. And that is just a heads up I always have to give you.
Ah!
Gore.
I will look up when they happen, and I'll see about skipping them before they happen.
Gore.
But just the heads up.
Gore.
But yeah,
Okay.
have fun with our Halloween special.
All right. I'm gonna go.
Akira.
I'm gonna start the drift now. I'm dead now.
In 2077, what makes someone a criminal? Getting caught.
And Cyberpunk got dark.
This is a part 2.
When did Cyberpunk get psychic kids?
Welcome back, everybody. We just watched Akira.
I'm out.
That was fun.
If
That was a
that's-
lot. That movie's intense.
If you call that fun, no wonder you like.
But
The movie was not fun.
It was,
No,
it was probably one of the most well-made movies I've ever seen that involved the anime. It was one of the most well-made, but I don't think I'm going to watch it again.
it's one of those movies where it is the most famous, you have to watch it at least once kind of movies.
Yeah, because if you do, then you're just going into an even deeper depression. Hey, Jinsu, how do you feel?
So I watched it twice.
How do you fare with the double watch?
I hired a therapist.
the second time watching it, I had to take a few breaks. Or not a few breaks. I had to like
Mentally check out.
yeah, I had to mentally check out for a little bit because a lot happens.
It's oh my god. Should we?
Non-spoilers.
Non-spoilers. Yeah, that's where we are. Yeah.
For a movie that came out in 1990.
Well, to be fair, I haven't seen it until just now,
88.
and I've always heard.
88. That's still what? 10, 20, 30 years.
Way to
It's
date
a
it. All right.
30-year-old movie.
Duke, what is your non-spoiler thoughts about Akira?
Non-spoiler thoughts. I never want to rewatch this. It is good. It is horrifying, and man, I can't imagine what Taika Waititi wants to do with a live action with this.
Yeah, he wants to live action that.
Oh yeah, this is yeah. Like before, it was like always seeing like the guy on the motorcycle and being like, oh, this is like a motorcycle movie, like and like futuristic motorcycle movie. Oh, that's
cool.
This should be, and like people say that this is a great movie.
You
Oh,
thought it
man.
would be badass, not horrifying.
that would be cool. And then you watch it and you just go, oh.
And then all the techno gore starts to eat away at you, and you're like,
Yeah.
oh.
So I'll start off as well with my experience before going into it was like I knew about the gore and all that stuff to the point that I occasionally have made reference to that in like recordings and stuff.
And I never caught on to
Yeah,
it.
you never caught on to it of like there'd be a scene pop up in like a show or something, and I'd go, oh, that's kind of Akira-esque, where it's like flesh arm thing happening, and it's like, oh, that's horrifying. Akira.
And I'm just like, I don't really get it, but
I don't get it.
That doesn't
Now
fit
you
my
do.
narrative, so
It's like, I don't get it. Now I do.
Now I do.
Yeah.
Non-spoiler.
Your non-spoiler thoughts on the movie?
Cyberpunk with psychic kids and
It's like they combined Cyberpunk, Metroid, and Resident Evil.
yeah, and they had the story be based off of the Hiroshima and Nagasaki bombing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like a third one that happens in the 80s. Like that's the
In
story.
2019 actually.
I got a
2019. Oh yeah, in the far off year of 2019.
Where we have bikes that go vroom, and they have cool lights and stuff. Well, actually, no, that's real.
I mean, but yeah,
that
was
those
still,
are real.
that was still my favorite part of it was the actual like bike stuff.
Yeah.
It
Watching
was
them move. and
Why is that
watching-
your favorite? Because it's the only thing that's not horrifying.
terrifying.
Also, it was animated like amazingly.
yes.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my god, the Neo Tokyo.
You saw what I was talking about when you saw like the animation of whenever they're talking, how it was like
It matched.
yeah, it matched perfectly because once again they recorded, then they animated.
But like
That's
the funniest thing that happened too was that we started off with the English dub, but there was some. But even Duke
it was
and I-
awkward, and so I was the one who said, nah, screw this. I put on Japanese.
Yeah, Duke and I realized like there was something missing, and Jinsu saw it in Japanese, and he's just constantly was just like, let's not watch it in English, and then finally Duke was just like, yeah, no, let's go in the Japanese.
They cut out a few tracks in the
the sound effects
in the movie soundtrack.
Okay,
yeah.
That's a general thing that happens with a lot of English dub, by the way.
They have to, right? It's like serialization or not.
Yeah, it's
It's
that,
like copyright?
but well, more also, I think it's a partial thing of they have to go in and basically add some different sound effects and stuff like that back in or stuff like that. Because mind you,
Gundam
you gotta
sound effect.
change all the audio.
Mhm.
I can imagine it's a whole problem of like you're going in and changing all the audio from one language to another. So you've got to change the placement of some music. You got to change all the. Nowadays, it's much easier, I think, because of the fact that like
the audio
like
track
let's
can
look at
be
My
separate.
Hero for a second. Like that's an example for me of it doesn't change the sound effects or anything like that. And my bet would be nowadays what they do is they send the episode without any audio, except for the music and the sound effects,
sound effects, yeah. They were able to turn off the
with no lines.
with the dialogue.
Meanwhile,
yeah.
back in the day, I imagine they had to do it by like actually grabbing the movie, cutting out all the audio, and then going through. It's a whole process. Like it's collection of shit.
Yeah.
I mean, look at Ghost Stories.
I mean, hey, it's
don't make me laugh when we're talking about Akira. So Jinsu, you said you wanted to tell the story this time.
Yeah, you said you wanted to share the story.
right. Let me remember what happened.
Future.
Actually, we start in the past of 1988.
Should I start with like the overall story or like how the story starts, the movie starts?
How the movie starts.
How the movie starts, yeah. Yeah.
Presented how the movie presents it.
So it's like a very cyberpunk, futuristic, dystopia future or whatever. Yeah, dystopia that has some shit going on, in the background.
Like
some,
what?
Some government stuff, you know.
So, espionage,
like,
Yeah, the way it showed it off was it started with, "Hey guys, so nuclear war." And
So nuclear war happened.
that's the thing. It didn't just like go like, "Hey, nuclear war," and like show off the nuclear war. No, it went, "So World War III happened."
And here was the...
Happened. This is a post-apocalypse world.
Yeah.
Yeah, and this is
The
when
entire
everything
world,
happened
like-
and got rebuilt.
The first frames of the movie is the entire world getting nuked.
Yeah.
Like, it started off that kind of way. And, like, even Mayhem said when we were watching of, like, oh, I thought that was going to be, like, the end of the movie.
Yeah, I was like the way they presented it was very much like they could have framed it to be the end, and
I think that was kind of
like it
On
was
purpose.
like the end of the war sort of feeling, and then everything after was the next beginning of everything else,
right.
like the next world basically.
Right.
What happens next, Jutsu?
So we then meet our two main protagonists, Kaneda and Tetsuo, two kids in a biker gang. Tetsuo is found messing with this big ass red bike. He's looking at it. He's riding it, or he's sitting in it. He's sitting in it, and he's just looking at everything.
Looking at the specs.
And with it's I really like this because it really shows his character, and it like
That he's got
He-
this obsession with the bike.
he has this obsession with the bike. He thinks it's really cool.
Because
And-
it is.
Yeah, it is. It's red.
It's red.
That's all you got it from me.
That's it. That's all you need. It's red.
Yeah, that's all Mayhem would say. No, it's also like the most famous bike in
In
anime.
anime, yeah.
Period.
Yeah.
I like that.
I think only the only transportation device that the transportation mode of transportation that matches that bike is the flying Nimbus. That gets anywhere close.
Right.
No.
right. In terms of
I'll
like,
be honest.
popularity?
No, because if you ask people, there will be a lot of people who don't know about the Flying Nimbus because of Z. Z usually cuts it out a lot.
But I'm still. But like I would wait. What would you say would be like the second place of recognizable? movie?
Mostly Western stuff. I would say mostly Western.
I'm saying an anime.
I know, that's what I'm saying. That the thing about Akira, the bike from Akira, is that it is so famous, it's on the same level as the most famous Western stuff, like the Batmobile. That it's that kind of level.
So in the world of anime,
In the world of anime, I imagine the only thing that gets close is stuff like the ship from Cowboy Bebop.
Mhm.
That's one thing that gets close.
the
Uh,
Bebop.
I think Frieza's ship.
Freeze the
Actually,
ship.
maybe
yeah,
not,
the
maybe not.
image of
No, the pod, the
the
Saiyan pod.
Well, no, actually, he's right about the Frieza ship because the image of the ship alone, that is something that once you show a person that image, they know, oh, Dragon Ball. That's kind of level. If you can show a person the image of this thing and they go, oh, from that thing, that's the level Akira is.
The other famous vehicle after the Akira bike is Yoshi.
Nimbus?
Yoshi, there you go. There you go.
That's actually a fair thing to say.
Yeah.
But no,
Mario
when it comes to
Kart.
flying,
Did you know that Yoshi actually has a saddle on his back, not a shell, like the Koopas?
Do you know what Yoshi's full name is?
Yoshi?
No.
Yoshi Mario?
Yoshisaur?
Yoshi Sora Munchakoopas.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Yoshi. Yeah, he's a Yoshi sword.
It's so funny.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I was like
Munchakoopas.
Yoshisaur.
Munchakoopas.
But
Imagine being named after eating something.
but
yeah, anyway, continue, Jinsu. Continue.
Yeah, it just shows Tetsuo. He's messing with the bike, and then Kaneda.
But who's the which one's the owner of the bike again?
Kaneda.
Kaneda.
Is the.
who is the basically bike gang
He's
leader?
basically the biking leader. He has the coolest bike. He's the leader. So
How old are these
they're like
people?
They're like 15.
They're able to
They're
be
like 15,
arrested
16, yeah.
too, though.
Well, it's like Japan.
It's dystopia.
Well, it's
ends-
dystopia
ends
Japan.
Japan, the legal age to like get in trouble for shit is a lot younger.
Ah.
Yeah, no, there's a bunch of stuff of like basically high school life is you're essentially an adult.
Yeah, it's like that in lots of Asian countries. They treat like high school is like college, and then college is university. There's a separation between college and university.
It's the way that they all they have to do with hearing that all they have to do in most shows is just change it from high school and just call it college.
Right.
That's all that they would have to do. They just change
In Asian minds, that's what it is.
so when it's made in English, that's all they gotta do.
Well, yeah, but it would. But mind you, how weird would it be to see? Hey, we're in college. Yes, us 15-year-olds. For an American mind,
I mean,
that'd be weird to see.
how smart
especially-
Asian people
No,
are.
especially with the. That might have to.
That
Might. Wow, you ruined that.
Yeah.
No, especially with the way that they usually show off a lot of high school life, and it'd be weird if you like you said they changed it to college, and now there are people like that's a lot of high school experiences with these 15-year-olds in college.
I mean, that's not too far off. I had some, what would be considered high school experiences when I was in college for however little amount of time that was.
Weren't we in college for like a semester?
No, I was in college for 2 years, but, it was 2 years of literally just treadmilling
Yeah.
and just going, wow, I don't like this.
I already learned this, and I already knew that I didn't like it.
Yeah, I knew I didn't like it, but they're telling me, hey, you should probably keep going.
Hey, you have to do this in order to do this and this and this. And
So
this.
they set off, and they actually do probably one of my favorite scenes of the movie, where all of the bike gangs just start fighting.
It was
Yeah,
the
while they're riding
clowns.
and shit.
Yeah, it was the clowns versus the main group.
Do we ever catch their name?
No,
Is it just random group of bikers?
It's called protagonists.
they're just a bunch of friends and they hate the clown gang, I guess.
Yeah, no, that's the thing that.
They're like the Jokers from Batman Beyond.
Yeah, me and Mayhem were kind of laughing about that because we're watching this you mean the Jokers from Batman Beyond?
You mean the Jokers, like the Joker from Fortnite?
Oh, I'll kill you. But no,
It'll happen.
That was an actual funny thing for us of just looking at it, and it's so that's where they got the idea for Batman Beyond with the evil clown gang.
Yeah.
Got it. They really did combine Akira and Batman for that, and that was kind of cool.
But what's happening at the same time as these bike fights, Jinsu?
A child.
A gray child.
An 80-year-old child is running away with this guy with a gun. And then they catch the guy with the 80-year-old child, and they f***ing destroy the dude.
All right,
Yeah, they
take two.
destroy. No.
Take two.
They f***ing destroy him.
Take two. Try again and properly use your words.
So like I was saying, they absolutely shit on this guy.
There you go.
And
They absolutely riddle the guy because he tries to cut through a protest, like a violent protest, and the SWAT team's right there, and he's just like, "Don't worry, we'll get through this." And they stop him and go, "Hey, what are you doing over there?" And then he starts shooting them, and they go,
Yeah.
"Huh."
He has a gun. Shoot the shit out of it. And then they shoot him, but he's like still kind of alive because I guess they only shot him a little
In
bit.
the they only made him Swiss cheese in non-vital areas.
And then he made the mistake of pointing his gun at them again. And then they really.
And then they finished the job.
They sat him up. He was lying down facing forward, and they sat him up. That's how much they shot him.
Yeah.
And the kid gets away.
The kid gets away and ends up on a highway.
Somehow.
And at the same time, this is like...
He disappears, right? He just like...
Oh yeah, he
He just Discord call leaves.
But he leaves and he ends up on the same highway that what's the name of
Jinzu, I'm depending on you for these names.
yeah, the one who's not on the red bike.
Tetsuo.
Tetsuo.
So
Yeah,
Tetsuo, they're chasing the bike gang, and this is another important little scene to pay attention to because it also kind of shows a bit of their character, like how they fight, what they do, what they prioritize. You see Tetsuo messing up a lot, and the other bikers are yelling at him like, "This isn't a gang, get the hell back up." Showing that they still kind of treat him
This is
like
war!
Yeah, they still treat him like a kid. They still view him as a kid, and he kind of sees himself as a kid too. And so he's chasing one of the clown bikers, and he the only time he gets a hit is when the dude already like messes up and like fell off the bike.
And he cracks him.
And he hits him when
Cracks him in the skull.
right when he's down. It's like it's kind of messed up, but it shows that
It shows that
Tetsuo-
he's brutal and a bit
Very-
of a
very
like
uncivilized.
advantageous asshole.
Yeah, he won't he won't see somebody down on the ground as they're beaten. No, he'll see somebody on the ground and be like, "I can finish it!"
It's my chance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is my chance.
Yeah, instead of earlier or being good at biking and hitting people.
And speaking of hitting people,
Speaking of hitting people, he
Nearly hits the
there
kid.
was he almost collided with the 80-year-old child at like 100 miles per hour, 120 miles per hour.
yeah, whatever speed that was.
I don't know, but he hits the kid. Bike fucking explodes, but they're both okay, and it's like, what the hell happened? And if you actually like look through the footage and you slow it down, you can see that the kid puts up a force field and the bike explodes right before hitting him.
Ooh.
Oh.
They did do the frame by frame.
Yeah, they have little details.
I
to
love
it.
That's
that.
good. That's
And they
good.
also show Tetsuo dodging the explosion too.
Ooh.
But yeah, it's pretty awesome. And then all the government people come. They're like, what the hell's going on here? The rest of the biker gang comes.
Nappa shows up.
Nappa is there. Now he's government.
I am
man.
hilarious, and you'll quote everything I say.
You're not funny.
Oh.
I am hilarious, and you will shoot everything I tell you to shoot. Shoot him.
Subscribe to my OnlyFans.
I am intimidating, and you will shoot everything I tell you to. There you go.
So the military shows up and goes, "Hey, we gotta cover this up."
So the military comes and goes, hey, you kids can't be here. Well, come here. Who are you?
Come here on the freeway.
Who are you kids?
Beat
Come
the
here.
shit out of you.
Come here. Get down on the ground. Or I'll shoot you. And the kids are like,
Kids are like, "What? What's happening?"
No.
why? What happened?
But I have a gun. I don't
That
care.
kid
But we didn't do
almost
anything.
died.
We didn't do anything. Get down on the ground. Or I'll shoot you.
I shoot you in the face.
Or I'll tell my men to
Get
shoot
down on
you.
the ground. No.
I will shoot you in
No.
the face.
Okay.
You just really went for that. Just like get down on the ground. No.
But why?
But I have a gun. I don't care. This doesn't make any sense. Too bad. I love that
But
video
why
so
not?
much.
Oh,
I don't
Christopher
want
Walken.
to. I don't want to.
Okay. Yeah, so we get
And then
they get taken to jail.
They mostly get
They
taken.
get taken to
Except for
a holding
Tetsuo.
facility. It's like a holding thing, or yeah, all of them except for Tetsuo get taken to some like
Who
holding
gets
facility.
taken to a holding facility.
They're getting questions and shit. And this is where the biker gang decides to mosey into the plot a little bit more with kind of chasing after this one chick who is chasing after this one dude who is chasing after the government.
Oh, we had a funny moment. Like it was a very small one, but a very funny moment where it was some rebel person.
Yeah.
Like we're trying to find the rebel, like the resistance person in your group, and it's like, oh, okay, keep looking, And then one guy just pops out, for the resistance! He's got a grenade.
And everybody, like, piles in the other side of the room, just like, ah!
He's just sitting there. Oh.
And
And
then
he gets
Freaking
beat the shit
It
out
was
of him.
Yeah,
so
everybody
funny.
starts beating him, and it's so funny. It's like everybody comes together to beat up the village idiot.
And I hate to say, no matter how good your message is, you do that shit, yeah, you're gonna get your ass whooped and you'll have deserved it.
If you're in enemy territory trying to suicide bomb yourself and the bombs are dud, you're either gonna get riddled with bullets like the first guy, or you're just gonna get the shit beat out of you.
And
Take
it'll
your
be
pick.
funny. And it will be funny.
Which is anything but what you wanted, which was to blow up.
But yeah, so the biker leader, he ends up hanging out with this new girl who we find out a little later on is a member of the resistance.
Yeah, this girl that's just so happened to be the same age as Canada.
Yeah.
Canada.
And leads
Canada.
it basically leads to this whole thing where she teams up with him, or he teams up with her to
Unwillingly.
go into a government building and deal with what they call Akira. Or like they hear it's
Is
stuff
that a
about-
reference
or what
to
was
the
it?
title of the movie?
Shut up.
Did Duke just totally forget the whole plot and spoil the title of the movie?
There's something about Akira they're hearing about.
No. It was. I don't think they started hearing about Akira. They were just looking around and like trying to get everywhere and like sneak in.
Well, they were supposed to
Um,
meet up with the 80-year-old child, weren't they?
No, the 80-year-old child.
No,
got
they were just
taken.
coming in to fuck
Oh
shit
wait,
up.
we forgot to mention the other 80-year-old child that showed up, that appeared on the
In
on
the
the freeway.
Professor X chair.
Yeah, in the Professor X chair, and he goes, "Come,"
Come home with me, my friend.
My friend.
with a high-pitched child voice, and it was very in a suit.
Come home with me, my friend.
And he had like a what kind of hair? How would you describe the hairstyle?
Turd.
Turd. Okay.
You've heard of Karen's. This is a Ken.
Yeah, you know what's funny? Ken from Street Fighter actually has a similar hairstyle. So we'll go with that.
There you go. We got there eventually.
Okay, so
We'll just say Ken, and then whatever people think of first, that'll do it.
right.
But
Oh.
yeah.
Yeah, so the girl that what's the girl's name? I forgot her name.
I do not know. I couldn't even remember the main character's name.
You guys are awful.
Exactly. Don't rub me into that. It's been a trend that's been with every video.
I'll be 100%. Usually with movies, that happens to me. Of like movies that aren't a part of like a full anime series,
Uh-huh.
because I don't have the time to fully connect with them. In my eyes,
Uh-huh.
at least, I don't have the full time of like a season to be like, oh, this is my favorite character. No, especially this movie. It's like, I don't care. I'm never watching this again. What are you doing?
Load, man.
Oh, you looking it up?
Load.
Kay, her name is Kay.
K.
So the girl's name is Kay, and she's pining after some guy named Ryu, who's not Ryu from Street Fighter.
I said that the kid had a Ken haircut.
More
those
Street
real
Fighter
quick.
references. Yeah. This organization, this rebellion, has their own agenda going on, and the bike gang kind of gets roped into it, and they realize that they get even more roped into it because they find out that the government's also holding Tetsuo, and they're doing tests on him.
But what kind of tests?
What kind of tests? As after meeting the 80-year-old children, we find out that they're called espers. They're psychic children, and they keep getting pills and shit to regulate their strength or whatever.
There
So
was a
they-
point that I
So they look
kinda-
old and gross.
There's a point I really hated with the kids where they just decide, let's mess with Tetsuo and like keep pushing
Let's
him.
attack him. Let's attack him.
Let's keep
attack
attacking
him.
him. Let's keep antagonizing him. And then it leads to him like going to him and is like, why are you doing this? Because I know that you will awaken Akira.
You'll be the most strongest of us, and I'm afraid of that.
And it's like, then why would you antagonize him?
Because if they hate us, because they ain't us.
Well, anyways, from these kids, we find out that Tetsuo is another esper, and that his powers awoke after meeting the first kid, which his name was, I think, Takashi.
Yeah.
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 So the little kid, first one, Takashi. He got old real fast, real hard,
Yeah. He got old like real fast.
real hard. They fucked him up. But yeah, so he finds out that he's an esper, and he finds out he's actually really strong, and has a weird like, what's the word? He has a weird aptitude for it.
Yeah. Like he's a natural.
It's just his connection with it is really strong. He's really good at it. And he eventually finds or starts hearing shit from Akira, and who we find out is another kid that got tested on that was an Esper that got too strong.
The first super proficient one.
Yeah, this first super proficient one that blew up everything.
Yeah. But not the nuke.
But not the nuke. He still blew up everything, but he's not a nuke.
You can still blow things up and not be a nuke.
Okay, so wait. So, okay. This is where I now hear stuff and I go, wait a minute. So, they made it seem like he was this massive disaster. Like, Akira was this massive disaster that happened. So he wasn't the nuke at the beginning of the movie?
No, I don't think so, because it's never connected or anything like that.
Yeah, so it wasn't.
They just say that the world had a nuke, the nuke things happened in Tokyo and they had to rebuild, and then they also say that Akira caused this entire problem to happen, and they were able to contain him. That's all. Those are the only things that they say. But the way that we see the nuclear thing, it doesn't show after that happens, people fighting or something like that. It doesn't show anything after that. It happens. It gets really quiet,
and that's a footnote in their history, essentially.
Yeah, that the nukes don't even compare to Akira.
Yeah.
So I think that they're separate, and I'm pretty sure he wouldn't do something with his power that would be equivalent to a nuke. I think it would be more.
Okay. Yeah. No. Because this is maybe a little skipping forward, but basically there's a whole thing they say of oh, you know where Akira, Tetsuo was oh, you know where Akira is, I'm gonna go find this son of a bitch kind of thing, and
I'm gonna go find this kid, see what he's about. I have an inferiority complex, and you just told me that I'm super powerful, so I'm gonna go have a dick measuring contest.
Yeah.
With a child.
Mm.
And lose! What happens next, Jinsu? Cutting it back. Now, you're not Jinsu! You said that you would let Jinsu tell this story.
Yeah.
So Jinsu's gonna.
What'd you say earlier?
Yeah, what'd you say earlier?
We're on the part where Tetsuo goes and finds the kids, and he's just and they're but Akira's stronger than you, and he's just I bet, but no.
Right, and then
then we go back to Kaneda, and he starts doing his stuff with the resistance.
Yeah, he starts.
That was all that. Yeah.
And then he starts watching them all die one by one because these guys don't know how to not point their guns at
no, they do know how to point their guns.
No, I mean...
But just not at the correct things.
No, I'm saying they don't know how to not point their guns.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's the machine. Do not point your weapons at me. Continues pointing weapon. Okay.
How could you kill him?
Resistance fighter.
Resistance fighter. Point a weapon at me. Pull the trigger.
End of story. Your Honor.
Pull the trigger. He missed. I didn't.
Members of the jury. I want to say...
This guy was mid. I was bussin'.
Your Honor, my client would like to throw out the entire case based on the fact that he said no balls.
Your Honor, I assure you, she said no cap.
Man, look at my lawyer, dog. I'm going to jail for real. Actually, no, never mind. Appearances can be deceiving.
Anyway,
so Kaneda's trying to do that shit, and it cuts back to, I think, Tetsuo, and he's basically just realizing, how strong he is, but he doesn't know how to handle it, and the medicine or whatever the hell they give him is giving him some crazy headaches, as well as the constant interference from Akira, I think.
Yeah, like radio waves crossing over and all that kind of stuff.
Right. So he was already a bitch, and now he's a dick. Now he's an angry dick.
He's going back. It's like when you get pulled. You're a little fish in a big pond. You get pulled from that, given psychic powers that allow you to become even better than that, and then you put. It's still in the big pond, but now you're big. There's other fish in there.
You're gonna eat them.
So you got to make sure that you're the big fish.
Yeah. So he goes to the bar that they normally hang out at.
Yeah, before that was the whole thing of it was very last thing from when he was with the kids of I'm gonna fight everybody. Then Kaneda crashes in. It's I'm here to save you.
Oh yeah, it's I'm awesome now. Oh man, my friend that still treated me like a child is still trying to treat me like a child. Get away from me!
And he leaves, and
he goes, man, what a child.
He's told, go to the 2019 Olympics.
Oh, the 2020 Olympics. Oh,
Yeah. Oh wait,
they
wasn't it
got
2019?
the ones in Akira got canceled too.
Funnily enough.
No, that's
Just like in real life.
Yeah, no, that was an actual thing that people joked about when the Olympics came around that year.
Yeah.
People were immediately making jokes of like, this one's in Japan. I wonder if it'll get canceled. And then it did, and people were like, no way!
Aren't the Olympics like planned with like 60 years in advance? So, like, so that they knew that it was going to happen in Tokyo like around
They
that
knew
time.
it was going to happen there, but the fact that it actually
But it
got
actually,
stopped.
It actually got canceled.
Just like in the movie, people were like, oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, that was like a wait a second. wait. Well, what happens next, Jinsu, when he goes back to the bar?
He asks for drugs. The bartender goes, "You're too little for drugs." He kills the bartender, gets his drugs.
It gets his drugs.
His friends his friends come back, go, "What happened to the barkeep? He didn't give me my drugs."
Hey guys, you want some drugs?
You guys want
That's
some drugs?
stupid.
No, what happened to you? Are you okay?
Kills his friends.
Are you okay? Are you treating me like a child? No, dies.
Yeah, kills one of the friends. Kills
I
one
need
of
you
the
to describe
taller
everything
friends.
like that, Jinsu. I need you to describe everything like that.
Yeah, he killed one of the taller friends and left the other one. The other one's just traumatized, like, what happened?
Oh yeah, and he drives.
We don't see how he kills him either. We just
we just know.
It cuts.
It cuts off screen, and then Tetsuo's gone with Kanada's bike, and
Yeah.
then Kanada tries picking up or tries running away with him and his girlfriend, only for the bike gangs to show up because they were waiting for them to get out of school because that's fucked up. And they're bike gangs.
Yeah, the bike gang is just fully just like, we're gonna stalk these children and not suffer any
And
repercussions.
beat the crap out of them when they get out. So they think Tetsuo's Kanada, so they chase after them. It's not them. They still beat the crap out of them anyway. And they try lighting the bike on fire, but right before they can do that, Tetsuo literally
That was way earlier in the movie.
It's still something that happens.
Was it way early in the movie?
Yeah,
it was
basically
like,
that was like, he went straight to the hospital to get dealt with,
Right.
and then broke out of the hospital, got the bike stolen. He stole the bike, took the girl, did the whole thing. They got beat up. Bike almost got destroyed.
got recaptured.
Then got recaptured, and then
broke out again, and then
that was also the scene
Right.
where his guts spilled out.
Right. That was. Oops, I'm sort of this.
was
didn't
it's
watch
kind
the
of
movie
hard
again.
to when it kind of just the same thing happened a few times, and you're just like, well, I remember
Honestly,
this, and then
that's
this.
that's the thing.
I mean, I watched
I'll-
it twice, so it's kind of
No, that's an honest thing with this movie of like I had no idea that like the manga for this movie apparently it continued going on past the movie.
right.
Oh wow.
Oh no, yeah, another thing about this movie.
It ended 2 years later after the movie.
It was being made. The movie was made in the middle of the manga, and it continues the story of the manga, and then the manga picks it back up again.
Oh wow.
Yep. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of things with this. Of like
And
basically
then-
there's a lot of points with this where I'm not saying it would work better as a show, but there'd be a lot of points that would work and flow a little better as a show.
Are we just talking about the movie, or can we delve into like the manga too?
Oh, we could talk about the manga.
I would say after
once we're done
we
talking about
finish
the plot,
movie.
yeah,
Right,
let's
right.
talk about manga because I want to hear your thoughts because I've never read the manga. I'm not sure if you have.
When I didn't read the manga, but when I watched Akira for the first time, I kind of like got super into it, and I watched a shit ton of analysis videos about it.
Ooh, there you go.
And they talked a lot about the manga and about there's lots of flashbacks for Tetsuo, like while he was having his psychic episodes, he gets lots of flashbacks from when he was a kid and when he got abandoned at the adoption place, or not the kids' home,
Orphanage.
them things.
Them things.
Oh yeah, I forgot that was
The
kind of
Lonely Child
that
Shop.
was an important detail I think I left
It was
out.
the Lonely Child Shop.
They were all orphans. They were all orphans at the orphanage.
Ah.
If you buy one, you get one free.
They were all orphans, and they all
Buy one, you get all of them for free.
they all that's why they're all friends, and kind of then Tetsuo.
Buy one,
And
get
And
child
then why you
labor
look
free.
after each other.
Buy one, get child labor free.
That makes so much more sense now, because I was always just like, why are these friends just able to like not worry about their parents? I guess it's dystopia, but now it makes sense that they
It's
were
like, oh no,
orphans.
they're all orphans.
Yeah, the manga I think goes more into that, and it goes more into detail about when he was.
That wasn't
left.
said like at all in the movie.
No, it was. There was a flashback. There was a flashback to when they were kids.
But like, yeah, when they
no,
were kids, but
okay,
it was in...
I'll say that there is a moment where they do show off the fact that it is an orphanage, but it doesn't show all the friends. It basically, the way it was for me was I assumed that it was just Kanado and Tetsuo were the only two that were from there, and then they met their friends later on in high school or something like that. That's what I thought. I didn't know that was all of them.
I think they were all orphans.
It makes sense.
Yeah,
I could be
that
wrong,
makes
I
it
could be
more
wrong.
interesting.
It makes sense.
But meanwhile, we got him heading to the 2019 Olympics, and
everybody's going, "Oh no!"
Oh, and he finds out because he was able to read the mind of one of the kids.
Yeah, the kids.
Because
with,
he became that powerful. He was just able to just invade your mind and be like, oh, there he is. Okay.
we
and
also
they're
got
all
a very
supposed to
cool
be-
moment with Tetsuo, or not Tetsuo, Kanado, where when he found out that one of his friends had died.
Yes, I was gonna. Yes, I was
Gets
gonna
the-
talk about this.
Yep,
one.
you're free to talk about it.
When after Tetsuo goes to the bar and takes the drugs and he kills that friend off screen, the other one drives his bike back to find Kaneda and like tells him that what's happening and how Tetsuo is just gone and how we have to like he's gone off the deep end and starting to kill people without even any bit of remorse. And Kaneda is basically just like, you know what? Screw this. Gets on. I think was it Tetsuo's?
No, it wasn't.
It was the tall friend's bike.
It was a tall friend's bike.
Yeah.
And he takes it and he drives straight at a concrete wall and jumps off it and blows it up. And it's kind of like now him and his bike are reunited.
Yeah. He
And I
sent his
really
bike
like
to
that.
That
He
was
sent it
so
back.
cool. But yeah,
It was a touching moment and showed that Kaneda really does care
He does care about his friends, yeah.
like a lot because like they're kind of all he had. They all
were his family.
presumably grew up together. Yeah. So he cares a lot, and he's obviously really sad too that Tetsuo was like going crazy.
And how he has to put him down.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, there was a funny moment of just like, hey, he's our friend. If anybody's gonna kill him, it's us.
Which
Yeah.
is which I said this to these two guys, that if that ever happens to me, you better be the ones to kill me.
Finally, permission.
I'm not that far off yet. I'm not killing with malice. It's called purpose.
But no, when it came to that, there was also, I'll be honest, this was a bit of a weird one for me when the kids go like, oh, guess we're taking your girlfriend now. Bye. Yeah, those psychic kids go like, we're taking your girlfriend for our use now.
Oh, yeah,
Bye.
They just
It's like,
take her
no,
randomly.
Why?
They take K, and they're like, we're just gonna use her.
We're just gonna be over here.
That's all her character, I think, is really there for.
Because she like spoke they
They spoke through her and it's like, well, we have a connection now.
I think it's that like she wanted like it would have
can't
been
go
like they
outside.
wanted to transfer the older lady kid wanted to transfer consciousness to her. I think that's what it was going to be, but they kind of just like fizzled it out if it didn't actually become something in the manga.
I think it was because they took over her body because they can't go outside themselves.
Yeah, because of all the immunities that they forfeited for their psychic powers.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, the number of times they go outside in the movies.
But that's with like constantly having the barriers up. I would expect.
Yeah.
And constantly being re-abducted to
Yeah.
to get experimented on.
But anyway, we get a whole thing where he makes it to the Olympics, and it's this really cool fight scene where he is trying to go for Akira.
Wait, no, but you know what's happening? But
Oh,
before
shit,
he
no.
gets there, the whole thing that's happening when he's going to the
But hold on,
Olympics.
but before we left out a few characters. So there was the military guy, who
Nappa?
there's Nappa with the funny military goatee, and then there's Albert Einstein. We left out
Literally
Albert,
just Albert Einstein.
yeah, literally just Albert Einstein with the chipmunk fucking teeth.
I didn't even notice that detail.
Yeah, it was pretty funny. Very funny. The other old guy had teeth like that too. The guy
But,
who had a heart attack.
Yeah, anyway.
All right, so the revolutionaries or the rebellion, the rebels. The rebels are working for this one rich dude. I don't know what the hell he's doing or what he's about. I think he's funding some of the research too or something.
Probably.
I don't know.
It would make
He-
sense that the revolution is funded by the very thing that they're revolting against.
It happens.
Oh yeah. Okay, so when it comes to that storyline I think you're talking about, I'll be honest, throughout most of that, it's either I didn't care or it didn't pull me in, cause like when it pulled over and it showed like the dude who had killed all his like subordinates and stuff, like that's the guy that like was supporting the rebellion, right? Like, you saw the bathtub full of dudes, and, like, he had the thing full of money,
Yeah.
and, like, he went off and died. That's the dude who supported the rebellion, right?
He was the guy that the rebellion dudes reported to.
Yeah, because I didn't care.
It was a lot of complex back and forth and all that kind of
That's
stuff.
maybe my only problem with the movie. There was a lot of points where it was like, look at this insane moment, and you're just like, wait, what? Like, it's too much. It was like, that's when it would have been more concise if it was an anime.
That they
Like,
would be able to develop that further.
Do you know, apparently the guy who made the manga, he said, like, oh, I didn't want it to be adapted into an anime. But when they talked about a movie, he was like, let's see about that. That might be interesting.
You know, you might miss some things about it, but who knows?
Yeah, no, that's basically what he was like. Of like, you might miss a few things, but like, this might be interesting. Like, this will be an interesting thing.
And the other thing that was being
Made
set up...
most popular anime movie of all time.
Yeah. And the other thing that was happening throughout the entire movie were these fanatics that...
Yeah, those were in the background of, like, these fanatics of Akira. Of, like, Lord Akira will save us. And, like, it kept going. That was also very quickly settled, I'll say. Like, but it was like they're following Tetsuo.
It came to a head when Tetsuo was rampaging through the city with his psychic powers, and he put on, like, a cape, because he's just like, I'm so cool!
I'm a superhero now. I got all these psychic powers. My hair is Super Saiyan.
Yeah, he's Super Saiyan, yeah. And
my head's
so
all
he's
big.
going through the city, like, destroying a bunch of stuff, fighting military vehicles, and the religious fanatics are just following behind him, doing just worshiping him as Akira. And as they get to, like, this bridge area, they blow up the bridge, and it kills... Like,
even the fanatics.
All of the fanatics and all of the regular people and the military people on there. And Tetsuo is just like, huh, and he just flies off.
Yeah, and he makes it to...
The
Olympics. And he gets in a massive...
It's been hidden underneath there the entire time.
Yeah, you see a whole, like, containment facility. But before that, we get a big old fight with him and possessed Kay.
Oh, yeah.
And, like, that was cool. He finishes that off, gets Akira out of there. Really cool display where it was, like, the fucking, like, Technodome from TMNT, basically.
Oh, yeah.
But even better.
Everything's shooting off and giant metallic
100%, that's what I saw. Like, every time it popped out, I was like,
Technodome. It was, like, reminiscence of that, but I was getting more Metroid vibes from it. That's what I was getting.
I was just waiting for a little eye to pop out of the top, and you just hear Krang.
Mother brain.
Yes, let's go do this.
You need to stop.
You never heard of 80s Krang?
No.
Oh,
it's one of the worst voices ever.
I have heard it.
Yeah, it's
I
one
love
of the...
80s Krang. What do you mean?
It
I
sounds
love it.
so terrible to try and replicate.
Well, yeah.
What? Are you not able to do this voice?
You're not able to either.
Where?
I fucking love trying.
That's getting cut.
Yeah, actually, take your time to hear it. He pulls out Akira, and we see what Akira is.
I will say real fast that most of the imagery of, like, the technology in this world is a combination of Cowboy Bebop and Metroid. Most of these things are like, if you haven't seen Akira, that's the best way to describe it. But now, after you've seen Akira, you go, oh, these things are inspired by Akira.
It's Metroid done by a horror author.
Metroid came out in '86, and Metroid was based off of the Alien series.
The Alien series. So it all comes down. It comes back to H.R. Geiger. It all comes back down to him.
To that crazy son of a bitch.
So everything was inspired by penis.
Duke, 2022.
The dumbass.
Everything gets inspired by penis.
Man.
Alright, so...
What for stupid joke?
Jinsu, now that we've cut out most of that conversation, how would you like to continue the talk?
How many times must I tell you there is no one piece in my lobby? Enough tomfoolery from you hooligans.
No!
Why do I love that and hate that at the same time? I love that and hate that so much at the same time. What have you been talking about in the continuing of the story?
So
they fight.
So because Tetsuo was going out of control and kind of is pissed that Tetsuo went out of control and killed his friend. He finds one of the laser guns that the military was shooting at the civilians.
And he starts having a fight.
He tries using that against Tetsuo, and it was pretty good.
Yeah. Before that, we also do get to see what Akira is. Of like, Akira was a kid, but now ever since he
tested on so many times,
died, he's now a collection of tubes. And the moment that happened, I went, Heat-tap! Like if we ever did
like soda. It looks like soda.
If we did an edit of this, I 100% would label
They would be
everything
replaced
as
with Kansas soda.
Akira Heat-tap.
Nah, they would do Kansas
Canada Dry. Canada Dry.
But obviously Canada is written down as Canada.
With E, yeah,
Canada Dry.
We can't have... Wait, that's perfect.
That's
It's
amazing.
Canada Dry.
Okay, so after this, we'll do our Akira dub.
Yeah. Oh my god, if we did that.
I got people for voices.
Yeah. The amount of stuff we would have to do to change that story, and obviously we would have to turn it into a comedy.
Yeah.
No, that's the thing, but every character treats it as serious as possible.
Yeah, but it's written like the story takes itself seriously, but it's a comedy. It's like it's a dramatic irony.
Yeah. So, but I'm still sad because of what we're gonna of having to go
And
through
edit
a
it.
bunch of stuff, and then you know what we would have to do? Watch as it gets taken down.
Yeah, and then watch it
Yeah.
get taken down anyway. And then everyone will fight for it to come back, and then it'll come back, and then it'll get like
Taken
5
down
views,
again.
and then it'll get like 20 views, and we'll get like $5 for it.
That much money for 20 views, wow.
Yeah, Jesus Christ, man.
Yeah, I know.
Look at this.
I don't know how the algorithm works.
As of recording, we have a video with almost 2,000 views, and that has...
So the way that it works is you need 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time
To start getting paid.
to start getting paid at all. Yeah.
Yeah, it's that threshold.
That's cool.
Yeah.
So that's
we
what-
have as of recording 73.
73, which actually has been steadily increasing a lot quicker than... Like, it's been picking up recently.
Basically, it goes up at a pretty good speed.
There we are. Like,
What's it at right now?
plus, it's still 73, but...
I wonder if people will critique our
last,
shit.
Over the last month, we had a plus
We have
4.
very shitty opinions, so yes. I mean, dude, have you seen our JoJo videos? We could get hate. I say that.
What
can't
about this
believe we
hooligan
got-
fight that happens, Jinsu?
I
One
can't
more
believe-
So we get Akira as Heat-tap. There's the fight, and
Canada
then a
Dry.
space laser. Space laser.
So Nappa, Space Nappa finds the
Space
comet.
Nappa?
Space Nappa. I mean,
Earth Nappa.
normal Nappa.
It's a
so
regional
Akira-
variant of Nappa.
so Psychic
Normal
Nappa.
type, actually.
Has
military psychic Nappa.
Heat-tap Nappa.
military psychic Nappa is he got control of like some satellite
Hammer of Dawn.
hammer of God
Dawn.
what?
That's a Gears of War reference right there.
Oh, I didn't ask.
Who's a Pokemon?
And I think the authorization he has to do to get that, like, there's some trouble with like the government crap going on because he keeps trying to do shit and they're like, hey, you can't keep psychic kids.
You
like,
can't keep murdering children and making people think that they're murdered, and you take them and start making them psychics. And he just goes, huh?
No, thank you. Kills him.
Your
Shoots
shit's
him.
not working. We're gonna all die. You didn't kill the kid like we told you to. Oh wait, no, wrong person. The military psychic Nappa tells Einstein that.
Yeah.
He tells him if it don't work, kill the kid. He doesn't kill the kid because he's too enamored by the.
Yeah, he starts going, oh my god! All of this information, it's godlike!
Oh my god, for science.
Your
For
psychic
science.
dick is huge.
That's getting cut. Anyway,
Damn, this kid's wavelengths.
there you go. It's phrasing. It's called phrasing, Duke. You ever heard of the thing called phrasing? You don't go very literal with it so much that I have to censor it.
You got a better grade than us in our English class in high school, and you're still a.
And here you are using words that I have to cut out, Jitsu. So you fail as also.
What are you doing?
But in this case, you
I can't hear
failed
it.
both. You failed me, and you failed our English classes.
What are you doing?
I gotta hear what's next.
We're not done talking about the movie yet. But that was genius. You just said this joke of the century, man.
Alright, anyway. And we have to cut that.
Oh no, it's staying in.
Oh no, that's staying in. That's
Who's gonna get that? Who's gonna get that? I was fucking with Dukes.
Dukas? Who's Dukas?
He was messing
Scrabbler?
with.
I was
He was
fucking
making
with
Lucas's TV.
I was fucking around with Doofus's TV, and I was raising the volume on it because we have a prompt on it that has our shit that we say, and it says what's next, and mayhem is just going on and on. So I'm raising the volume, going, waiting for what's next.
You.
So
This is
anyway,
not funny.
anyway, Akira's taking over the Olympics. He got a gold medal. He got gold medal in
Gold
horror.
medal. Gold
He
medal.
got the gold medal in
psychic
abilities.
Psychic wiping.
Ness is fuming.
How do you guys
He got-
feel about the
He
Olympics?
got the gold
What is
medal.
I mean,
Really
why do
good
we
at-
have to keep restricting the people in the Olympics? Like, why do we have to keep putting all these rules? Why not give them as much steer as possible? Let's see how far the human body
Yeah,
can
let's see.
jump.
Let's see how good psychic people are at painting things red.
Oh! Oh! That's
Well,
a spoiler for
to-
10 seconds from now.
Actually, let's go ahead and get ready to describe
No,
arts
it's not,
and
'cause-
crafts with Tetsuo.
Ah!
So when Tetsuo got out of the hospital the first time, when he like stole the bike,
Oh, yeah!
he
Oh!
freaks out. He freaks out and he just annihilates two dudes.
They're just gone. They're just
He
gone.
literally paints that side of the hospital hallway red. It's just red.
Just gone.
That's the thing. If you decide to watch this movie, this is a brutal movie.
It's brutal. It's rated R.
It's rated M for. I mean, rated.
It's rated M for my God! It's rated R for Raggy.
Raggy.
Raggy. Oh, like Scoop, why are you watching a R-rated movie? R-rated Raggy.
Children killing people, Raggy.
Raggy, I have repression. I have repression.
Raggy ruling people.
Really, people?
Yeah, we get the Olympics, and Tetsuo the entire time looks like he's dying.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't have the
maybe
meds.
because he
Tetsuo-
died because his arm got shot off.
Tetsuo,
And this is
not
the-
yet.
This is the final scene of the
looks
movie.
like he's dying because he's having the worst headache.
He's having
And-
the worst trip of his life.
Yeah.
The military dude pops in to try to kill him.
The Grand Canyon isn't worth it.
What was it? He shot his arm off at that point?
No. The laser shot the arm off.
Yeah, the laser.
Yeah.
The laser like nicked him.
And nicked him. It took off his entire arm.
Yeah, nicked him.
Does that?
And then the best sequence of animation to ever have existed just happens, and he makes himself an arm.
Yeah, just casually just holds his hand out and it all just.
he makes his own arm with that, and it's like, oh my god! And the way you see the
pieces
the pieces fit together as Tetsuo's idea of what an arm is kind of like forms, right? The pieces coming together to be like his fingers and his joints.
Yeah, and he even
the
goes like, "This is
wires.
awkward, but it works."
The wires coming to be his tendons and everything. The nervous connection, whatever he tries to make with it. He's kind of like looking at his arm and like flexes it and is like, all right, cool.
This entire time, so he's just throwing up.
Yeah, that too.
It's just me in the corner. That's me in the corner.
So, anyway,
So yeah. So
they get a really cool
we
fight.
just stopped talking
Yeah,
for
we
5
did.
minutes.
So yeah, you know.
the movie
You know.
happened. Y'all watched it. Don't fuck. Get the fuck out of here. What do you already watched it, didn't you? Just go watch it again. You share it all out. The guy looks like Jeff Bezos.
And now that we're back, I want that to be our intermission sound.
No, it really this entire time, most of us have just felt like
It's started playing yesterday, and I was just like, oh, we probably shouldn't. And then he goes, no, can't let it keep playing. And I'm like, no!
You get some girlfriend and some robots and some flesh and some pie, and you
Put it in your body, shit it all out. And by shit it all out, you mean have it spill out.
Have it spill out and killing the girl that you fucking put in your body and have her pain. I think we lost track of where we were in the movie.
Yeah, just
Anyway, what happens is we get the most horrifying sequence of the movie where the military dude comes in to try to kill Tetsuo, and
with
like,
their gun.
yeah, and he ends up basically losing it, and his body starts changing into Techno Baby, giant Techno Baby.
Techno
gore baby.
Techno baby.
Which is a phrase that I don't think flies. Should I have to censor that?
No,
Are you
'cause
sure?
Nothing about that is particularly.
none of the words there are bad.
Gore?
Is gore inappropriate? I think gore is a fitting.
Gore is a fitting
Gore
word.
fits, but I'm just worried about it being put together with the other word.
Techno horror baby. That fit more?
That fits better.
Yeah, just cut out gore. Just gore.
Techno flesh baby. Robo flesh baby.
Robo Flesh Baby.
Replace the word gore with
More.
How to tell we're
okay.
getting to the end of this recording session.
No, now the way I want you to edit it is
Right.
you specifically copy that of like his more and replace every one of the gores previously with more. Yeah, techno more, baby.
Okay, and then
Wow, so I'm not doing that.
And then I want you to edit
I did that before in one of our Legends episodes, and it's the funniest thing.
Wow, not doing that.
Okay, and then you have to,
suck!
And then I want you to get 300 million clips of Obama saying, "What is the difference?"
It is literally the easiest edit. It is the easiest.
Have it like when it does like the 1, 2, 4, 6,
Yeah.
8, 16,
16 and
24.
fucking infinite.
Ladies and gentlemen, let me be clear.
I want to be clear.
Also,
Ladies and gentlemen, I want to be clear.
Back to it. Oh,
back to what? Back to the future?
Movie! We got techno horror. We got techno horror baby. Techno horror baby erupts. Is about to kill everybody, and to quickly finish everything, the psychic kids come in, save the day.
By what are they doing? What do they do?
They wake up Akira.
Yeah, they wake up Akira, and what does Akira do?
Akira comes
Lick my balls.
Did you hear that Steve Jobs had Ligma?
Who's Steve Jobs?
Ligma balls! Boo!
And erupts, and he creates a universe!
He grabs Tetsuo, and him and Tetsuo just go to some separate fucking universe. They literally amass so much energy. And it like blows up everything. Everything gets destroyed. Like, and it looks like it just got nuked. It looks like it got nuked again.
Nuked again, yeah.
The soldier dude lives by being teleported away by the kids.
And then
We like you.
no, the
Man, Stockholm Syndrome's a hell of a thing.
Soldier dude died. Didn't
No.
military psychic Nappa die?
They teleported him to a freeway miles away.
Yeah, they save him.
Oh, okay.
Stockholm Syndrome's a hell of a thing.
And so a large portion of that city gets destroyed. He was probably killed in that moment.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Because a large portion of the city got
The
destroyed.
energy collapsing in on itself kind of messes with the atmosphere.
And the space around it, and kind of just cold.
It ends with there's a new universe that Tetsuo
that
is
falls
laying in.
that falls very beautifully into Kaneda's hand, and he just kind of like looks at it, and it's
And
like holy shit. And then they kind of like, and then Kaneda and Kei look at each other. They look at the horizon and the destroyed city, and they just tell each other, "What now?"
Yeah, that's literally what it is. Just, well, that happened.
And that's like the whole point of the movie. It's like after everything.
Go into that, Jinsu. Go into that. Jinsu, you're free to talk. I've given you permission.
Oh, okay.
Now that the movie's over, thoughts on characters? They need therapy.
Yeah, I think
they're gonna need a lot more than therapy.
they're gonna need the psych ward. But Jinsu, I am curious about like with your thoughts about the entire movie as a whole, especially the message, because especially watching on my first time, when the movie's a bit more ambiguous, it is harder for me to grab the message of it.
Right.
So I'm curious to hear what you say when I ask you what is the message of Akira.
I think the message of Akira is, even after the crazy shit can happen, even after people die and
Revolution
revolution and all these ideas and minds that come together to create a huge windmill of chaos that only ends up getting swallowed up by an even bigger, more cataclysmic event, and that all like kind of destroys itself and diffuses itself eventually. But there's still like life after that too. There's still like
the human soul.
There's still like I don't know, watching it, just the way kind of the little mini universe just falls into kind of this hand as he just kind of looks at it and goes, ah shit, that's my friend Tetsuo. Just being condensed into a little thing.
And like after all of that happening, all of the major people getting killed and all of that, there's just still people just hanging around. There's still the only thing left to do, which is to just move on and to keep going. That's a good assessment, I would wager. Now, where's the funny jokes?
So
take some chocolate and some lobster.
You take some girlfriend and some psychic powers and some robot and some flesh.
Mix it in your body. Spill it all out.
Mix it in your body. Kill it all out.
Create a new universe now. Sad.
So what is next? The whole point of Akira is to look on and to look at what's next. So
it's very the melancholy end is just so like I'm able to like get the emotional feeling from a movie so vividly that like this is technically like the next day of after like we really couldn't
next
record.
Week. We had to sit on that for a week with the Berserk music playing.
With Gus's theme rolling in the background.
Yeah, Gus's theme was rolling in the background. We're just like, oh.
I can't cut it now. But it gave me such a melancholy feeling, and this one, like usually when we watch something sad, like it was The Silent Voice and something like that, like it hits me hard. But this one was just so like
visceral,
so massively important. All of this crazy stuff just happened, but even after that, we're still going, and it's just like oh no, don't do that, no.
Yeah, and it does keep going, and it gets crazy in the manga. I think it does. That video that explains the manga, I barely remember it.
Yeah, you can talk about that now.
I just know that Tetsuo, I think he gets out of that little mini universe and comes back.
Oh no!
To shit up and kind of like what?
I don't have the gun anymore, so what can I do?
You want to know the funny thing? I actually looked up because I was curious. Like, okay, there was a manga. I want to look up and see what's up with the manga. And the first thing I read is I go to the very last volume. It's like, okay, what's up with the very last volume? Making Neo Japan separate from the UN. What? What does that mean?
It means exactly what it means.
Making it free from the UN, and I'm like, where did it go? What?
Where did it go? But yeah, so Akira has very much made a name for itself in my own like way of categorizing media that I've consumed. Akira has just bum rushed and shoved everything to the side and now takes up a major spot.
Yeah.
With the fact that it's merely a manga movie that I saw very recently, it came in so strongly and it's still staying with me. This is definitely something that I'm going to like look back on and be like, yeah, that's something that if I could try and make anything close to that, it's still like in my own eyes I'm not going to be able to make something as amazing of a movie that was.
I definitely think it's a really important it's a really important piece of
history
of storytelling and narrative, whatever writing. I think anyone who's aspiring to be a storyteller, to do stuff like this, should watch Akira. Anyone who's interested in anime, anyone who likes anything like that, should watch this. This is the This was the Big Bang, basically, for anime and for maybe not for manga, but definitely for anime
Yeah,
and
and
for for animation.
And if you can witness the beginning, why not go for it? That's a huge thing to consider.
Did you mean for the pun?
What?
There was a creation of the universe. They were talking about the Big Bang throughout in the movie.
I didn't, but now that you mention it, it all kind of comes together pretty well. So
It's almost like Akira influenced our conversation about that.
And I was gonna say, no, I didn't mean for that. But now that you've mentioned it, yes, I did.
now that it makes me look even smarter if I say yes.
now that you mention it, it all comes together in a nice little pretty knot. So why don't we just end it there?
Oh yeah, it's all coming together.
Oh yeah.
So, Mayhem, what's the new name for your isms?
My mayhemism.
Yeah, didn't you say there was a new name you wanted for it? Not that. Didn't you say there was a new name you wanted for your mayhemism?
You got it.
The mayhem
It was
slot or
last-
something
it was
like
last
that?
week.
I don't remember this at all.
I swear.
You did.
Yeah!
Did you guys say it to me?
No,
you said it to us!
Yes. Did I? That's what I meant to say.
you said you wanted it to be like Mayhem's.
Mayhem's Corner?
Yeah, or some shit like that.
No. What's a quarter in the span of an MP3 audio?
Corner.
Well, it was supposed to be the new thing that you say to summarize things up.
Instead of mayhemism every
Well,
time.
we should just go in the recording. Why don't we just do that?
I don't remember.
We just
I
answer.
legitimately do not remember this.
Anyway, what's your mayhemism?
Okay, let's return to that. My timer's going off.
Just answer the question, ignore it for now.
I'll answer your question with the question. Do you think that Neo Tokyo...
Would you live in Neo Tokyo?
No, would you...
No.
Do you think that Neo America
Would be worse? Yes.
would be...
It would just be Chicago, but all over the place.
Can we have that?
No, we can't.
What do you mean we can? Of course we can. Chicago sucks.
Oh yeah,
Okay,
you've been...
that
Oh
we
yeah,
can.
Jinsu, you've been to
My
the
sister
Chicago-
lived there for 7 years.
Oh, you know what? There you go. Now you can.
Yeah. So that was gonna be kind of like what I got around to.
It'll either be all Chicago or all the high desert.
Okay, that we can.
That gets cut. But so really, you guys really you guys think it'll be like Cyberpunk 2077, which I don't think either of you have played, would summarize most of America.
Not even close.
No.
But like
This kind of shit, no.
I'm saying the aspect of how everything's messed up. Have you?
Yes, a
have you-
Neo America would be awful.
No, but he
That's
means
what
like
I'm saying.
It'd be the Chicagan Empire.
Chicagan.
Chicago.
That's not something I ever thought I'd hear.
The Chicagan Empire to the west.
Chicago.
Because with Cyberpunk, I am there have been a lot of things that I was seeing from Akira that I see that inspired things that happened in the Cyberpunk game. Duke, you're shaking
disagree.
your head as if you played the game. I know you haven't.
I've seen the game.
But have you played it?
No,
Exactly.
I don't want to.
It's a different experience than
But-
just watching it.
But he knows he understands the country shit about it, the political stuff.
Yeah, and also I have checked out stuff with the TTRPG as well.
That's different.
Yeah, what does that have to do with anything?
It's
I'm saying I know about the game, I know about the RPG, I know about all the stuff with Cyberpunk, and so it's I see that, and it's I feel it'd be way worse off than almost anything that Cyberpunk could present. Looking at Akira, look at how messed up the entire world is, even without the psychic people. This is just, it's like no magic berserk.
Well, there's magic in Berserk.
No Satan berserk.
No future technology Berserk.
No, it would be future technology berserk. That's the thing. Basically,
Do
replace
you
all
guys
the...
think that
what are
Berserk
those
is
mask
the
things
past
called?
of Akira?
No, Berserk was made after Akira.
But I mean, if they were being put into a time.
No, but I was saying the Behemoth, or what are they called?
Behemoth.
Behemoth. The Behemoth is basically replaced that with techno horror, and that's what Akira is.
Oh no, you just helped my case. Oh, I'm sad now.
Anyway.
Oh.
How far are you in Berserk, by the way?
Not far, but I know basically what you've said. You've told me what the Behemoth does. And that just reminded me of something that does happen in Cyberpunk.
I'm tired.
Where there's a thing that allows you to go into this different world and you can be consumed by it.
Okay.
So, anyway,
I do have a what's next,
What
but
is
I'm not
it?
telling you what it is, because we're going to
okay.
have a part 1 for it.
Oh.
Let's just say this was supposed to be the Halloween special.
Yeah?
The next one's supposed to be the Christmas special.
Oh, yay! I love Santa.
Which one?
Evil buff Sword Art Online Santa.
What?
What?
If you want to see more of our content, you can find our YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter on our Linktree at linktree/greenvillains. That's linktr.ee/greenvillains.